Hello again. So soon. When you're a lone voice in the wilderness, trying to spread a little sanity in a mad world, and people put you down for expressing an educated opinion, it's psychologically difficult to carry on. But I'm still here and I will carry on. And with all due respects, I won't be bamboozled by people's misguided understanding. I get accused of spending far too much time pursuing politics, and working people don't have the time to research anything. And of course, I understand that completely. But ironically, they think nothing of spending a whole weekend binge watching crap films on Netflix or down the pub getting wrecked. And I've been there too. Do you really believe that I get my information from Joe Bloggs down the pub? No, I don't. I get my information from a great variety of informed and educated people, some of whom are actually in these areas reporting what they see on the ground. And a lot of it is pretty graphic. But it's factual and to the point and needs to be seen by the West. Graham Phillips is one such guy. I'll leave a link in the descriptions in the little chevron on the right. So there's no need for you to research it. He's a Brit, born in Britain, has a wife, family and a house. And he was born of Ukrainian parents, and he loves his country of England and also his parents' country, Ukraine. And he's been reporting there since 2014 when this war began. And now he travels all over ferrying aid to schools and orphanages with donated stuff, doing a fantastic job while filming what's happening. And for his troubles, the British government has sanctioned him and frozen his bank account so he can't pay his mortgage. Why do you think that is? Why would the government do that? I'll tell you why. It's because the West refuses to face the truth and continues to brown nose the USA. Why? The problem is most people have in distinguishing facts from propaganda. When the Western press all agree and print the same story, the majority accept it as the truth. Let me pose this question. Why is it that no Western journalists are allowed in the Ukraine? And the independent ones who are there reporting what they see get vilified and cancelled by the Western media who aren't even there to see for themselves. Isn't that just a little bit odd? It smacks of complicity and is nothing short of bigotry. But that's what bullies do. And America is the biggest bully of them all, and the puppets just play along having their strings pulled by a completely mad administration who are intent on bringing chaos and hardship to Europe by fighting a proxy war to bring down Russia. And America in the process is destroying Europe. And we are all about to find out. Hard times are coming for sure. And I hope you're prepared for it. And people today haven't got a clue what hardship is, but it seems to be on its way for all of us. And I sincerely hope that I'm wrong, but I don't believe I am. I grew up, like many others of my age, with an outside toilet that had a candle burning to stop the water freezing, one coal fire in the living room, a tin bath that hung outside that had to be carried into the kitchen, filled by hand and emptied by hand. We had one bath a week. Many people didn't bother, and you kept well away from them for obvious reasons. You had blankets and coats draped over the bed, and if you were lucky, you had a hot water bottle. Waking up on a winter's morning with single glazed windows, there was always a heavy frost on the inside. And you know what? We didn't care, because we didn't know any better. Everyone was in the same situation, and I'm very happy to have lived that life, because it taught me humility. Today's generation haven't got a clue what that means. And why am I angry? Not angry. I'm amazed why people can't see it. I've grown up with government promises all my life, and like many others of my age. And time again, governments will let you down. I had an endowment mortgage recommended by the then government that promised to pay my mortgage off and get a lump sum at the end of it 25 years later. Neither happened. I had a private pension also recommended by the government that failed to deliver. A glaring example of that was the Daily Mirror staff, when Robert Maxwell plundered the pension fund and left them all without a penny, to this day. By the way, his daughter is Ghislaine Maxwell. You must remember her, who is now in jail for her corrupt ways. Like father, like daughter, it seems. Rich people just love to exploit the poorest, simply because they're easy prey. Governments and big institutions always let you down, and they haven't changed one bit in all this time, and you will find that out pretty soon, I promise. Politicians are only there for their own ends, and only very, very, very rarely does a true statesman come along, and we ain't had one for years. I'd just like to say that I have nothing against the American people. It's just this crazy hegemony that it is. Do you remember the film Team America, World Police? Remember the film with the puppets? Well, who are the puppets now, having their strings pulled? Now, you may agree with me, or you may not agree with me. But in my day, when two people disagreed, you would shake hands and agree to differ. It's the civilised way, not to bear a grudge. Thank you for watching. Sweet dreams.